What's going on, guys? So this is another one of our Whiteboard Wednesday videos we're doing. This video is going to be about route density. If you know anything about route density, you know it's going to be very important to your business. Every year you grow, or as you're growing, at a slow pace, rapid pace, it's very important. So first off, I want to say route density, like I just said, is very important as you're growing. But when you're first starting out, you need to take whatever you can get and you need to gain traction. So that's understandable. I'm not talking about someone that's just starting out that shouldn't take the 20 phone calls because they're 10 minutes away. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking to someone who really needs to dial in where they want to work and why they want to work in that area. So route density. The closer you are to home base, the more efficient and the more structured you're going to be throughout the workday. When you first start out, you need to take anything you can, and I get it. That's fine. I did that for many years. But know where you want to be. So we started out in the neighborhood which I grew up in, which is fine, and I always knew I wanted to be in that neighborhood. So that's where a majority of our properties are. And then over the years, I started to get rid of the properties that were 15 minutes away, 10 minutes away, 20 minutes away. I started replacing those with new properties in the spring, so I would cut them off. And obviously you explain why. So that's how you get rid of that. And the reason for that is just because over on this side here I have less windshield time. You're not getting paid to drive. The only person getting paid to drive is your employee. And you're not making any money while they're driving. You're not a truck driver. You're landscaping or you're doing lawn care. So that's a big deal. I understand, if guys are going to say, well, 20 minutes away is this big hardscape job, whatever. I have no idea. I don't have any opinion. I don't do that kind of work, and I'm not going to drive that far regardless. So, route density. How would you maintain route density or acquire route density? The few things I have listed here are door hangers and postcard mailers. So, door hangers are simple. I actually have a few right here. I'll show you ours, and I can even post a picture of this in the comments. Door hangers are very simple and they're very easy, and a lot of people don't do them because they're very lazy. So I'll try to show up close here, but these are ours. If there's any way you can screenshot this and you'd like to, go right ahead. I'll try to find some way to comment it below. But door hangers we still do to this day. Because if you have one property or one lawn and you say, okay, I want all of this. You want that whole neighborhood, which is actually one neighborhood where we're getting pretty close to. You have that whole neighborhood. So if you've been cutting that lawn, you take a door hanger and you blanket every property that's around that house. And I promise you, people will start seeing you more often because they see your door hangers, they see your truck every week at that house. That's how you get seen, and that's another big thing we're going to talk about too, is being seen. So door hangers, they're not that expensive. I think I paid $50 for 1,000 of them a few years ago, and I still have those 1,000. Throw them in each truck. Your guys aren't going to do it, so you might have to do it, and it is what it is. You're out cutting grass, you're out doing a mulch job. Put a door hanger on each of those houses around that property. It's that simple. It'll take you less than 2 minutes, I promise you. That's how you should do that with door hangers. Always keep them on hand and think about when you're doing them. A lot of guys do them now in the winter because spring's going to be here soon. And I used to do that until I realized the areas we were in, people weren't down year round. So I was wasting a lot of time. I got the most callbacks on putting them on the houses next to houses we already do. For example, someone will call and say, I was thinking about a new landscaper, but I've been seeing you there for years, and I saw the door hanger, so let's go with it. Sold right off the bat. And now that truck is parked next to two properties, and it just snowballs. Route density is a big snowball effect. It's all it does. If you really dial it in, it just snowballs. So postcard mailers, I've never done them, but I've looked into them, and I'm going to explain what those are. You can go to the post office or go online, and you can blanket one area with a postcard. You have to buy them, obviously. You have to design them, do all that, and then get them sent out to that area. I've never done that. If it's not a bill, or if it's not a payment, or if it's, just something that's junk, you just rip it out and throw it away when it comes in the mail. I've never done postcard mailers. I know a lot of people have had success with them. I just always thought, okay, if something comes in the mail and it's not a bill or a payment, I'm just going to rip it up and throw it out. And that's still what I do to this day, because it's nothing important. It's just junk. It's junk mail. I'm not saying postcard mailers is junk mail. Give me a break. What I'm saying is most people are going to rip them up and throw them out. If you've had success with them, that's fine. I honestly am going to say I looked into it deeply and I almost pulled the trigger, and then I realized, you know what? I don't know one person that actually reads through their mail when it's junk. I've never opened up a piece of junk mail. So, whatever. I'm never going to do it. I've never done it, but I've looked into it. And if you have confidence in that area, then do it. If you get them from other contractors, then maybe it is worth a shot. Like I said, I'm not a fan. But my biggest thing to get route density has been door hangers. And it's always been a big success. It's very cheap and it's very basic. So there's a few other things that you can acquire route density by. And that's being seen. And like I just said, that's constantly putting down door hangers. I kid you not, I've been putting door hangers on the same houses that we've been doing mulch at every spring and cutting every spring for over 5 years. Maybe close to 10, to be honest with you. And that's just because year after year, you're being seen. If they see that door hanger, they rip it up, throw it out, whatever. It's just another door hanger. Everyone gets them. But they're going to constantly see you, and your name's going to constantly be in the back of your head. So one thing I can tell you is being seen can mean other things too. Being involved in the community. You know, we sponsor my son's t-ball team every spring and fall. We do the Christmas parade. We do the Halloween trunk or treat. Whatever. That's just little stuff, but it's fun to do because I grew up here and we just started doing it. So we're going to do it. But being seen also means your trucks are in that area constantly. I cannot tell you how many calls I get every summer of someone fed up with their current provider, and they say, hey, you know, for years I've been seeing all your trucks every day in the neighborhood, blah, blah. We have 3 trucks, and we got 4 trailers. There's only 2 trucks and 2 trailers on the road every week. That is it. And it's not every day. But when you dial in that neighborhood, those people that see your truck every week are going to feel like they see your truck every day. When that truck leaves after cutting the grass and then a completely different truck pulls up over the weekend and spreads mulch at that house with a different trailer, you're going to have it in their brains that they see you every day in those same areas at that same neighbor that they have. So that is why route density is a very big deal. You really need to dial in where you want to be and where you want to work. To be honest with you, if you're watching this, you know where you don't want to work. You know who's not going to pay the extra money for extra services, and you know where you want to be. You see the guys with the nice trucks, the nice rigs in those certain areas, in those certain neighborhoods, and they got a big business, and they're doing good work, and they're everywhere. There's a reason they're in that neighborhood. And it's going to be hard to get in that neighborhood, but you have to get in there somehow. And that's where it circles back to door hangers or the postcard mailers. You got to be seen, and you got to get your foot in the door somehow. But I can tell you right now, I started in areas that I'm no longer in, and I knew I was never going to be there. But when you first start, you have to fill that schedule. And then you cut those properties at the end of the year, but make sure you replace them. You know, that's a very big deal. But besides that, with route density, the biggest thing is, like I said earlier, is windshield time. You're not getting paid to drive. You're not a truck driver. The only person getting paid to drive is your help or your employee. So that's why windshield time, you know, is not good. Drive time is not good. And below that, I have set your boundaries. You really need to make sure your boundaries are set, because everyone knows how the spring is, or when you're a little slow and you're like, oh, that person just called me. They're like maybe 10 minutes away from that one, and you say yes to it. Everyone's done it. I've done it. I cannot stress enough to set your boundaries. There has been so many times now where the last 2 years we have had our neighborhood set where we've been, and I'll get a call saying, oh, I'm just a few blocks away, and it's been so hard for us to say no, but I say no. And I'm telling you, because those calls will come in from that area that you are in. Like I said, it is a big snowball effect, and it will just keep on growing. I swear to you. So that's my biggest thing with route density, guys. Like I said, you don't want drive time. You don't want to pay guys to drive trucks. You're not making money driving a truck. They are, though. And like I said, door hangers, postcard mailers, put them out, get them out somehow. That's how you want to get your route tight. You can go with Google ads and Facebook ads. I don't know any of that stuff. I've never done it. I don't click on it. I don't know anything about ads. I've never paid for an ad, which is why we don't do that. And I'm not talking about ads. I'm just talking about route density and why. You are going to save money on labor, you're going to save money on gas, and you're going to make more money at the end of it. That is why route density is so important. That is why these bigger companies, you don't see them 20 minutes up the road when actually closer to your home, that's where they're at. You dial in your neighborhood. You might have 15 right now where you know you don't want to be, but that's 15 properties that, you know, could cover one guy's payroll. That could cover for the week. That could cover your pay for the day if you're solo. You know, it's keep what you have and cut the fat off at the end of the year and replace it with new. That is the biggest thing, guys. Route density is very important in your business. You're going to realize, you know, when that truck and trailer stops every Monday and 3 guys pile out and you just cut 5 lawns, it's just going to keep getting better. I promise you that. You really want to dial in the neighborhood that you're in. You can have full streets. And I guarantee there's guys watching this that don't have route density, or they do, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. There's other videos out there on route density. Obviously, there's tons of other videos. I'm just telling you guys again, with all these videos, what has worked for us and what I'm going to keep doing. Door hangers, and set your boundaries. Don't pick up that call where it says, oh, well, you know, it says this area, but your voicemail says, you know, you don't go over there, but it's only 2 minutes away. Whatever your business voicemail is, when you call our number, it says, we service this town, and this town. Please leave a message if you live in that town. And we still get calls outside that town because people don't know how to listen to a voicemail. So, please, guys, route density is very important in your business. If you're paying employees, you know, you're paying for equipment, you're paying for gas, it is a really big deal. And door hangers don't cost much. I know postcard mailers can be a little bit, they go up every year. Like I said, I've only looked into them. But work on your route density, guys. If you have any questions, comment below. There's tons of other videos out there. This is just my feedback on route density and how much it has helped me. So really quick to break this down. Door hangers, blanket the area you want to be in. Postcard mailers, blanket the area you want to be in. You're being seen over and over every year with that stuff, or just driving around. Get involved with your community, and like I said, just do that stuff. I promise you, your route density will save you money. It'll make you more money. It is a very big deal to figure out where you want to be and really establish that neighborhood. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Questions below, let me know. Like I said, this is my opinion on route density. This has what worked for us, and it was what gotten us this far to this day. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.